Hello students, welcome to today's lesson titled Similes and Metaphors. Today you will be learning what similes and metaphors are, the differences between the two, and how you can create these kinds of sentences and use them in your writing. Before we begin, make sure you have a pencil and paper for an activity you will be doing during the lesson. To begin the lesson, please watch this video. While watching the video, if you have any comments or questions, please write them down on your paper that you have in front of you.
Similes and metaphors are similar, but nothing more than a comparison in different ways. Similes just like rhymes and metaphors need none of that. They just say exactly what they wanna say. You really are the apple of my eye. Hanging with you is as easy as pie. You got a smile that lights up the room. Let's stay together like the stars and the moon. Similes and metaphors are similar, but nothing more than a comparison in different ways. Similes just like rhymes and metaphors need none of that. They just say exactly what they wanna say. Sometimes you're hot and sometimes you're cold. Then again you can be good as gold. Into each life a little rain must fall. Don't just sit there like a bump on a log. Similes and metaphors are similar, but nothing more than a comparison in different ways. Similes just like rhymes and metaphors need none of that. They just say exactly what they wanna say. Oh yeah. And when you understand and say it's perfectly clear, don't you know that'll be music to my ear?
That's another metaphor.
Yeah, are you getting it? Whoa, similes and metaphors are similar, but nothing more. Similes and metaphors are similar, but nothing more. Similes and metaphors are similar, but nothing more. Similes and metaphors are similar,
Doesn't that video have a catchy song? If you had any questions or comments come up while watching it that you wrote down, go ahead and add them in the Google document and we will discuss them in class tomorrow. Now you are all going to try this on your own. You're going to make a T-chart like the one shown to the right and compare the differences between similes and metaphors. You can refer back to the video if you need to. Once you're finished, put your pencil down and listen up. Before we can start talking about similes and metaphors, we need to first understand what an analogy is. An analogy is a comparison between two things, typically for the purpose of explanation or clarification. An analogy shows a connection between two different things by using a word you may already know to explain something important about the other word. For example, you could say, a kitten is to cat as a puppy is to a dog. This analogy compares cats and dogs based on their age. Puppies and kittens are both young, and dogs and cats are adults. Now we are going to review what the difference is between a simile and a metaphor. A simile is an analogy that compares two like things using like or as. The example that I've made for you is, you were as brave as a lion. Now what we want you to do is to go back to your T-chart and write down a sentence using a simile. All right, friends, now that you've written down your simile, we're going to move on to metaphors. A metaphor is when you compare two things by saying something is something else. There doesn't need to be any add-in words like when using a simile. Before I give you my example, I want you to write down your own on your T-chart. The example I've given you is, Mary's voice is music to my ears. Now that you've listened to me chat to you about similes and metaphors, if you have any questions before we wrap this up, just add it to the class Google document. All right, everyone, I think you have enough knowledge to complete the short quiz that I have for you. The link is in the description, and please don't forget to click the submit button at the end. Now, for tomorrow's class, please bring with you your T-chart and your favorite simile and metaphor example to share with your table groups. And one more reminder to complete the Google form linked in the description before class begins tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. I look forward to seeing you all in class.